Kartilya ng Katipunan is a set of principles that shows the path on how each one of us must live the lives by living to the fullest through good values. Kartilya ng Katipunan was made to change the thought of every Filipino's unacceptable behavior. Kartilya ng Katipunan was not just an organization working towards our freedom of our country. They also built an ideological and political foundation constructed by men and women who sacrificed themselves because of their love for the country and also for the people. Just like Jose Rizal who pushed Filipinos to think critically with full understanding. This code of conduct was made to inform people of what they deserve to know for making our lives better. In 1892, Filipinos are interested to overthrow the Spanish rule, which leads to the foundation of Kartilya. The KKK stands for Kataas-taasan, Kagalang-galangan, Katipunan ng mga anak ng bayan, or in English term, Supreme and Most Honorable Society of the Children of the Nation. The founder of this group is Andres Bonifacio with the help of his friends, namely Teodoro Plata, Ladislao Diwa, Judato Arellano, and Valentin Diaz. The objective or aims of Katipunan as the Brotherhood was popularly known as threefold: the political, the moral, and the civic. They advocated for freedom from the yoke of Spain in order to achieve through armed struggle. They want to have a political separation from Spain. Aside from that, they also want to intact Filipinos in good morals, good hygiene, and rejection of religious fanaticism, and also the weakness of the character. And the civic goal was to encourage Filipinos to help themselves and defend the poor oppressed. And most especially, the main goals of Katipunan is to unite the Filipino into one solid nation and to fight for Philippine independence from Spain. The Katipunan tribe as an underground society through the use of secret codes and passwords. Keeping secrets from the Spaniards during those times was very difficult. To keep the whole organization from being discovered, Katipunan employed the triangle method, a system of enlistment wherein a recruiter would only ask two members to join. Only the recruiter would know the names of both recruits, while the recruits would not know each other. Thus, the organization is encapsulated into three-man units and a direct command chain resulting to a very efficient personal management. The membership of Katipunan. So the first grade are the Katipon or member. They wore a black hood that is marked by a white triangle shape with letters Z, LL, and B inside. The second grade is the Kawal or soldier. They wear a green hood marked by a triangle of white lines with letters Z, LL, and B that is placed at the three angles. The Kawal also wears a triangle medallion with the baybayin engraved in the middle. The third grades are the Bayani or Patriots. They wore a red mask with a white triangle containing the letters KKK, ZZ, LI, and B. The Bayani also wears a red sash with green borders. In order to hide and protect the group, they use passwords. The first grade uses the password Anak ng Bayan, and the second grade was Gomburza. And the third grade or the Patriot uses the password Rizal. The first flag of the Katipunan. So the first flag was created by Benita Rodriguez with the aid of the wife of Bonifacio, Gregoria de Jesus. It is a red flag with white letter K at the center of the cloth. The red color symbolizes the blood of the members of the Katipunan in which induct to the society, signed in their names with their own blood. Andres Bonifacio was born in Manila in 1863, the son of a government official. When both of his parents died in 1870s, he left school to support his 5 brothers and sisters. By the mid of 1880s, he had become a fervent Filipino nationalist. When Jose Rizal established the La Liga Filipina in 1892, Bonifacio was one of its first members. After the Spanish arrested Jose Rizal in July of 1892, Bonifacio decided that the Philippines would only achieve independence through revolution. On July 7, he founded the Katipunan. During the time, he also wrote The Pag-ibig sa Tinubuang Lupa, Katapusang Hibik ng Pilipinas sa Inang Espanya, at Ang Dapat Mabatid ng Mga Tagalog. These works helped to open the mind of the Filipino to fight against the Spain. And now, he is known as the father of the Philippine Revolution and considered as one of the national heroes of the Philippines. Emilio Jacinto. Emilio was born in 1875 on the 15th of December. He was the only son of a man named Mariano Jacinto and a woman named Josefa Dizon. Shortly after he was born, his father passed away. This untimely death of his father forced his mother to send Emilio to live with his uncle named Don Dizon. His mother believed that his uncle could take care for the young Emilio better than she could after the death of Mariano. Emilio attended San Juan de Letran College when he first embarked on his college career. However, he later attended the University of San Tomas in order to study law. Emilio left the college before completing his law degree. After dropping out the college, at the age of 20, Emilio joined the Katipunan, a secret revolutionary society. Jacinto became the secretary, directly reporting to the leader of the Katipunan. He also became the chief advisor of fiscal matters concerning the secret society. In addition to his duties, Emilio also wrote the society's newspaper, The Kalayaan. Emilio was given a name when he was part of this group. To the Katipunan, he was often referred to as the utak of the Katipunan. Jacinto was also placed in charge of writing the guidebook for the new members and the current members of the Katipunan, which was called the Kartilya ng Katipunan.
I will be discussing the 14 rules of Kartilya ng Katipunan by Emilio Jacinto. Rule number 1. Ang kabuhayang hindi ginugugol sa isang malaki at banal na kadahilanan ay kahoy na walang lilim kundi damong makamandag. It tells us that we must have a purpose in our life and we must know how to set our goals because without knowing our purpose, we will suffer at the end or from the unwanted situation. Rule number 2. Ang gawang magaling na nagbubuhat sa pagpipitas sa sarili at hindi sa talagang nasang gumawa ng kagalingan ay di kabaitan. Rule number 2 tells us about doing the right thing. We must do good to others, not just to gain praises, to gain compliment, to be famous, to be idolized by many people, but we must do good with our whole heart. Rule number 3. Ang tunay na kabanalan ay ang pagkakawang-luwa, ang pag-ibig sa kapwa at ang isukat ang bawat kilos, gawa't pangusap sa talagang katwiran. It gives us the real definition of kindness and love to our fellow men. Helping other people without asking anything in return is an act of kindness. Rule number 4. Maitim man o maputi ang kulay ng balat, lahat ng tao ay magkakapantay. Mangyayari ang isa higtan sa dunong, sa yaman, sa ganda, ngunit di mahigtan sa pagkatao. The fourth rule highlights the equality. We all know that we are born to be equal. No matter what status we have in the society, no matter what race we have, what educational background we have, we must understand that no one is superior except from our God. Rule number 5. Ang may mataas na kalooban, inuuna ang puri sa pagpipita sa sarili. Ang may hamak na kalooban, inuuna ang pagpipita sa sarili sa puri. This means that a good person must understand that honoring oneself also means that he or she values an honor rather than personal interest. Rule number 6. Sa taong may hiya, salita'y panunumpa. This means put an action to your words. So, don't promise if you can't do it. Like for this incoming election, all candidates have their promises to us, to our nation, but we need to vote wisely to those men of His word. Rule number 7. Huwag mong sasayangin ang panahon, ang yamang na wala'y mangyaring magbalik, kulit ang panahong nagdaan na hindi na muli pang magdadaan. Time is gold. Every one of us must know the importance of time. Sometimes we usually focus in ourselves about worrying different material things. We must treasure the time because we can never take it back. We must have our time management. Rule number 8. Ipagtanggol mo ang inaapi at kabakahin ang maapi. This means that we must choose to fight for what is right. Fight for those people who are weak and comfort them. And fight for those people who keep on putting others down by oppressing them. Rule number 9. Ang taong matalino ay pag-iingat sa bawat sasabihin at matutong ipaglihim ang dapat ipaglihim. This highlights the trust and confidentiality of a one person. You should keep what is needed to be kept. Rule number 10. Sa daang matinik ng kabuhayan, lalaki ang siyang patnugot ng kanyang asawa at mga anak. Kung ang umaakay ay tungo sa sama, ang patutunguhan ng iaakay ay kasamaan din. This means that all of us needs to be a model for everyone. And a true man leads his family to the right path by showing them that he is righteous. Rule number 11. Ang babae huwag mong tingnan isang bagay na libangan lamang, kundi isang katuwang at karamay sa mga kahirapan nitong buhay. Gamitin mo ng buong pagpipitagan ng kanyang kainaan at alalahanin ang kanyang pinagbuhatan at nagiwi sa iyong kasanggulan. This means that all women deserve to be respected. No man shall see them as an object. And all girls are deserved to be loved with full respect and care. Rule number 12. Ang di mo ibig gawin sa asawa, anak at kapatid ay huwag mong gagawin sa asawa, anak at kapatid ng iba. This means that in every action, there is a consequence. Don't do bad things against other people if you don't want to do it in your family. Rule number 13. Ang kamahalan ng tao ay wala sa pagkahari, wala sa tangos ng ilong at puti ng mukha, wala sa pagkaparing kahalili ng Diyos, at wala sa mataas na kalagayan sa batas ng lupa. Wagas at tunay na mahal na tao, kahit laking gubat, wala at walang nababatid kundi sariling wika. Yaong may magandang asal, may isang pangkusap, may dangal at puri. Yaong marunong magdamdam at lumingap sa bayang tinubuan. The 30th rule tells us about having a good character and good values. Rule number 14. Paglaganap ng mga aral na ito at maniningning na sumikat ang araw ng mahal na kalayaan dito sa kaaba-abang sangkapuluan at sa buga ng matamis niyang liwanag ang nangagkaisang magkalahit magkakapatid na ligayang walang katapusan ang mga ginugol na buhay, pagod at tiniis na kahirapan, labis ng natumbasan. The last code of conduct shows the desires of Emilio Jacinto.